Are you looking for the best EDC? Well, I've got it right here.
No, you don't. I've got it right here.
Amateurs! I have the best EDC.
Are your fingers attached?
Yeah.
I don't know how many more of those will include them in the opener. So, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We got red and green. We went all out, you know.
Yeah. We already did a video where we went through some EDC items on a budget, several different budgets, but this time we wanted to pick our favorite overall EDC as a grouping because Isaac did it a little bit differently than me last time. So we've got a complete EDC for each one of us.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
So
you want to do your whole EDC
yeah,
rundown?
No, we'll swap out one
Okay.
one at a time. My first EDC. So I went with the Gerber ARMBAR. And TC's laughing because this is our third take now. And you can pick this beautiful thing up for $38.99. It's got the bit driver right here that attaches in and out, so you can have whichever one you prefer.
And it also accepts standard, 1/4-inch drive bits. So you can, if you've got your own set of bits that you prefer that has like Torx bits, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yep.
So those are going to fit in there. This is a really, and I got to say, I'm a little bit jealous that you picked this one because this has been one of my favorites for a couple of years now, just because of its versatility in such a small package.
Yeah, and Greg was telling me James Gibson came in and picked up a handful of these because he loves them so much. And if you don't know who James Gibson is, get with the program. So
James would love that. He would laugh humbly.
So it's got some other options in here too. We have a I guess you'd call it a rimming tool or a little awl
punch,
whatever floats your boat. It's probably whatever I say is wrong, but
awl, punch, reamer, all of that.
Now here's the interesting thing. The scissors are really good on them, but they're kind of odd because you have to do a little circus act with them.
And so this is going to be kind of the case with, this is the way Gerber does a lot of their scissors, where you have to unfold them once you get them out, but they're still scissors, and everybody knows how I feel about having scissors on an EDC item. I'm a huge proponent of it because I think once you carry them, you will never go back to not having them.
No, I use them all the time on my Victorinox.
And my favorite tool in this whole thing is the bottle opener on the end there. So flip it up right there and you've got your bottle opener right on the end. I think that is one of the coolest bottle opener attachments on a multi-tool that I've ever seen. And I really like it. It gives a nice substantial hold. It's a nice generous surface area to grab the edge of that, the lip of that bottle cap. And that's a really good EDC tool. We've got a lot of different colors in that as well, and we've got the slim version. If you want something a little bit slimmer than that, we've got the slim version for a couple of bucks cheaper. So that's a really good option right there. I like it. I almost said I dig it, but we're not starting that drinking game just yet.
Well, you already said it.
So for my multi-tool, I went with one that I'm very partial to, especially now. Can't say why, but I am partial to the Leatherman Arc. A lot of people know that I carried the Leatherman Free P4. That's kind of what I made the switch to a couple of years ago and really like this series. But the updates that they made to the Arc with that same Free series really made the difference for me. And they made a lot of updates factory that I had made modifications to mine to accommodate. And this tool really shows that Leatherman is listening to the consumer and listening to the retailers when they ask for suggestions. So you've got your scissors, you've got, and this is a cool addition, you've got your eyeglass repair tool right here that's got the flathead and the Phillips. You've got your bottle opener as well as a flathead right there. You've got your awl and reamer right there. You've got a nice file right here, which has got a coarse side and a smooth side as well. You've also got your saw right there, which I really like having on my multi-tool. On the other side, you've got their proprietary bit driver that accepts their bit drivers as well as their proprietary bits. You've got your can opener right there as well. And you've got your blade, which is a MAGNACUT blade. Still working with the Free Series magnetic and easy one-handed operation on that as well. And also, of course, can't forget the scissors. So this is a really good EDC tool, and I really love it. I've only had this one now for a couple of weeks, and I'm really enjoying carrying this every day. So that's my multi-tool. And I've got my whole setup here that includes their ratcheting bit driver and my own set of bits as well that I really like. So it works as an EDC tool for me. So that one's coming in at $243 around there. Everybody's sold out of them now. We're supposed to be getting more back in very soon though. So
yeah. So if that's too rich for your blood, remember, armbar, only $38.99.
Wow. Let's go with flashlight next.
All right,
beat me out on that one as well.
For the flashlight, I chose to go with the FENIX eSpark. And the FENIX eSpark is pretty unique in itself because of how it is built and how it is used and functions. So this little butt right here that you see, you would think maybe that's the light. It's actually a cap that covers the charging port. Help me out here, Greg.
As well as it being...
There we go. A diffuser for the other side.
As well as it being a power bank, too. You can plug that into an electronic device and charge a flashlight or charge a phone or something like that.
You can use your flashlight to charge your flashlight.
Or your phone. Or anything that needs charging that accepts USB-C, or if you've got an adapter.
And
Apples do now.
it has a rubber seal in here, so while it is not going to be 100% waterproof, it is going to be water resistant to a certain amount that I do not remember.
The box should say on the side there, IP, it's going to be an IP
IP24.
Okay.
So it has some cycles you can go through. If you just long press it, it turns on, and it starts off in red. And then
it's going to be a good map reading light.
Yeah, and you can cycle through all of those. You can double click to lock it in so that it doesn't go off in your pocket.
Right.
And then you just long press to turn it back off again. It is really, really flat, so it works great for any pocket. And it works great for any wallet too, because this thing is only coming in at $34.95, and you're looking at 100 lumens on its max, which is still brighter than any iPhone you're going to use, or Samsung, whatever you floats your boat. It's still a good light. And if you want to
see our testing on that, we did a special video just on FENIX lights, and we spent a considerable amount of time just looking at that one in particular and its capabilities too.
It's a good little light. Next,
I went with the STREAMLIGHT WEDGE XT. This is the more expensive version. This is the newer one. It's a little bit smaller. We also have the bigger one, which is just the STREAMLIGHT WEDGE. That one's coming in at 1,000 lumens, and we've got it for around 70 to 75 bucks. This one's coming in at 110 right now. It's 500 lumens because it's a little bit smaller, but one thing that I do like about this one is that it is smaller. It's a little more compact, and I tell you what, with the advancements in technology, I will not go with any flashlight that's not USB rechargeable at this point. That's what I do with every one of them. I'm over batteries. We kind of had this discussion downstairs, and I will not use a battery. This one's got several different modes on it, but the cool thing I also like about this one, and I mentioned it before, is it does have momentary on. So if you press the end cap and hold it on, then you can just let go. Or you can just tap it and it'll come on. And we've got different brightness modes here. So it's very simple to use. It's very easy to throw in a pocket. I like the lanyard as well. It's got the pocket clip. I like that one a lot. So that's the one that I went with.
All right, so you went the fixed blade route.
I did.
And I went the traditional route. And so I went with, if you know me, you know what I carry in my pocket just about every day now. It's going to be this Sodbuster Junior. I went with what was in my pocket. I didn't go downstairs and pick one out. I wanted to show the one I carry. So this one is $99.99, and it is the PVD coated blade with the
vintage jig bone handles.
Yeah, and
brass liners, brass pins.
So this one's a little fancier, but the beauty of these, they start at like one of the lowest prices you can get on any case. Typically you can find one for about $35 new, depending on the handle material. So I really liked this one. It's in my pocket every day, and it kind of gives you that fixed blade feel, like a little small one
Yeah.
at times, but it's still traditional. If this one just fits in my pocket real easy, feels good in the hand, and that's what I like. So for your section of this, you chose a beautiful
My brand new
ZANCUDO.
SE ZANCUDO that replaced my old SE ZANCUDO that I lost. Thank you for letting everybody know where they could get this back to if I lost it again. So yeah, I've got my SE ZANCUDO. This has been one of my favorite fixed blades that I've ever had, and S35VN on the blade steel, full tang fixed blade. Right now you'll see that I've got my WAZOO Spark necklace actually just kind of loosely tied in here. Doesn't really get in the way. It actually adds a little bit to the back end there, but I'm gonna actually tie that on a little bit better.
My God,
future,
that thing looks like third grade Tighter shoes on the back end.
But yeah, so that's what I'm rocking right now, and I like this knife for everyday carry. I mean, I love having a fixed blade, especially working on the farm. This thing comes in real handy. Working with hay bales, working with equipment, working with animals.
Real tough blade steel that
Yeah.
can take the abuse.
Yeah, and I don't mind getting it wet. That's the thing, is especially working on a farm, working out in the woods a lot. I don't mind getting this thing wet, and I'm not gonna have to worry about it corroding or rusting up at all. So
That's the beautiful thing with SE knives, is you can buy a really good knife at for the materials you're getting and the durability. It's a
Yeah.
good price.
that one's 124.
You don't feel bad about beating the snot out
No,
of it.
and it also comes with SE's lifetime guarantee. I won't say no questions asked because they want to know how you destroyed it, but they don't care whether or not it's destroyed. They're going to replace it if it gets destroyed.
Yeah,
or gets
they just want to
damaged.
know how they can improve their products in the
Yeah.
future. So moving on, I went with a modern folder. I went with a little bit higher end. Once again, this is one I keep in my pocket. This is what I was carrying today. I carried 2 knives today, which if you know me, I've slimmed down a little bit. I'm really only bringing a second knife on the show now, just to show you something different other than my side buster. So that's literally the purpose of this one today. But then I also got to thinking, I was like, well, if I'm going to pick a modern folder, let's talk about the people out there in your life that are traditionalists only, and
Yeah.
they don't want to step into the modern world. And you're thinking, how can I get them into a little bit of a different knife game? This is how you do it. You give
Yeah.
them something they've heard of that's a little bit different. And that's the case KINZUA here. You can get it in the Marilla as well. There are so many different flavors of this
Yeah.
knife now that I will put a category link of all of these in the description below,
Yeah.
so that if you don't like this one in particular, I promise you there's
something that's going to appeal to you.
Yeah. So it's a great knife. I actually used the snot out of this one. I've used it to strike ferro rods, to get tinder going, and a lot of other things. And it can take the abuse.
Yeah.
I'll say that. But I personally like it. And if you decide you're going to complain about case quality control, you know our address. I want $1 for every complaint, because we don't make them. We're just here. We sell them, and we do the best we can. I personally like them. Not everything's perfect, but please tell me about the quality control of them and send me $1 when you do, because there's nothing I can do about it. So, and that is my soapbox for the day. $1 per complaint.
Isaac climbed up on his today. So actually, for my modern folder, I went with one that I'm carrying today, and this is one that I've really enjoyed for a while now. And actually, I'm just now noticing how I've beaten the handle up a little bit on this one, but I don't care, because I've got the Rough Rider. This is the D2 stainless steel liner lock. Actually, it's a frame lock, but yeah. So this is going to be stainless on the frame right there. Nice offset pocket clip. D2 on the blade steel. It is a frame lock. You can see right there. No comment there. Nice lanyard hole in the back end. And the best thing about this one is it's nice and compact. It's nice and slim. It's got a great action. It's got a good blade steel, because, and I know there's some blade steel snobs out there that really have a lot of crap to talk about D2. I carry more D2 knives than I do any other blade steel. I own more D2 knives than I have any other blade steel, and I don't have any issues with them corroding. And I spend a lot of my time outdoors.
If you have a problem with tool steel, just throw all of your tools away.
Yep.
Because that's pretty much everything that you've used ever in your life to build anything, put anything together.
The cool thing about this one is it's nice and compact. It's got it's good quality, and we're coming in at $34.99. Right now we've got it on sale as of the filming of this at $28.06, but regular price is $34.99. So that is a great price for a nice solid little EDC knife right there. And I mean, you're talking, you've got all the accents too. You got the blue accent on the pivot collar right there. On both sides, you got the blue accents on the offstanding pocket clip, and it's got the rounded pocket clip right there, so it's not going to tear up your pants pocket when you go to take it out of your pocket. So,
high-end knife for the price that anybody can afford.
Yeah.
So that's what I like about it. And we've got a good mix here of some, you know, I got some high-end, you got some high-end, I got some low-end, you got some low-end. So really, maybe you can pick your best and your favorite EDC out of a mixture of both of ours. So
there we go.
Lastly, is that 4 each already?
Yeah.
That's 4 each already. All right. Video's almost over.
Yep.
So mine is going to be another thing that I'll wear. And I'm telling you folks, I'm not going to tell you to buy something that I don't already have.
Yep.
So this right here is the WAZOO Spark. And I have used the heck out of mine right here. I tell you what, you're always... in real life situations, you're going to want to use a lighter. I'm just going to tell you. But I'll tell you this. I went out with some of my friends a while back, and nobody brought a lighter. And it was, who's going to drive to Dollar General 30 minutes up the road? Nobody.
To get a Bic.
But I was wearing this.
So you said,
let's start a fire. And we did. So mine has, where's an example I can, where's your, oh, here we go. So, as you saw on his XANCUDO, his ferro rod, mine has been worn down and needs a little bit replaced because I'm about to get to the
holes there.
The holes on there. They do sell replacements for it, but at the end of the day, this necklace is only $30.
Yeah.
$29. $29 even. So
nice leather necklace there. And so you can also see like where you've worn the necklace a lot too.
Oh yeah, I've had it for almost 2 years now.
Yeah.
So if that speaks any truth to the quality of the leather that they use.
Yeah.
So let's see if I can get this bad boy going. Let's fire her up. Cold start. Ooh.
Oh, got a spark right off the bat there. Don't set the mat on fire.
Woo, there we go.
Nice.
So there you go, cold start. It's already been oxidized, so usually you have to kind of scrape that off a little bit before it gets going, but they're good stuff. You can talk to Dustin himself at WAZOO. He tells you they search high and low across the globe to find the best material.
Quality. Yeah.
So.
And what I went with, now this one that I've got is actually the Viking Spark. I actually didn't wear my Viking Whetstone necklace today. I thought about it, and then I was in a hurry getting out of my house. So I went downstairs and actually picked up, this is the Viking Spark. So you can get the Viking Whetstone, which is just the Whetstone, or you can get this one, which is the Viking Spark with the Whetstone as well. So this one comes with the Spark ceramic, as well as the ferro rod and the Whetstone, all in one. I typically wear both necklaces, but this one is all in one, and it gives you that versatility there where you can do all of them at the same time. And I really, really like that. But if you want one individual one or the other one, you can get that, or you can get all in one for $70 right here. And again, really quality stuff here. And also, when we're talking about quality, the links that they go to actually source their Whetstone is amazing. And the Whetstone's actually, so you'll notice we've got an angle over here, we've got a flat side on the back, and then we've also got a groove right here. That groove is going to be good for sharpening fish hooks, things of that nature. You've got the angle right here, so you can set the angle on your bevel, or you've got the back side, which is totally flat, and also a really good sharpening surface area. So I really like having that because that's one thing that I really like to do When I'm just, you know, kind of hanging around, have some downtime, I like to just sit there and sharpen knives. It's calming and it's relaxing for me.
Isaac left.
I see that.
He was scared.
It's amazing.
It worked out so well.
The
Because you got 4 each.
modern camera tricks.
We're getting tricky with this stuff.
Yeah, we're getting tricky.
You guys got 4 each. I got
5 each.
1. 5 each.
5 each, yeah.
Even worse, I get 1. That's all Isaac gives me this time. So
What are you carrying? You showed it to us at the beginning of the video.
well, this is one of the
is,
new ones that we've had before, way back in the day, and they did a restock on them recently. And I love this thing. It's the Marbles Chopper stainless steel head with a ton of tools built in. So I actually have one of these out in my vehicle. I use it to help train the scouts, everything else along those lines. And this one I went downstairs and picked up. So brand new, even comes with a sharpening stone, the carrying, and it's very easy to make this a EDC itself.
So you got your sharpening stone right here. So let's go over all the different tools. We've got this tool here, which is going to be used mainly for fire hydrants, stuff like that. We've got this one right here, which is a hex drive. We've got your saw teeth right here. You've got your sharpened edge right here and along this top edge here. And you've got this groove here. It is full tang. And you've got your sharpener as well. That's going to be a good, not only EDC, but a good truck tool.
Great truck tool, great vehicle tool. For taking it out for scouts and for that, especially for me, showing them that you can have a multi-use, you can have a multi-tool right there all in one, have it attached to your bag, have it on your hip. It's not any heavier than what my basic everyday carry for my fixed blade actually is. But coming in that handy size, and all the tools built in one right there.
The best part about it is
the price. The price on that one, $19.99. $19.99.
That's insane. To have a nice, sturdy, that's a substantial chopper right there.
It's scared
I
Isaac.
like that a lot. And it looks like somebody's been shaving their hair with it. Where did somebody's hair come from?
I might have got a little close to Isaac when I swung earlier.
That's weird.
I am bleeding.
You
There's
can't
no blood.
prove it.
There's no blood on this. There's
You
only
can't
hair.
prove
So only hair. That's interesting. So what we want you to do is let us know what your complete EDC consists of. And of all the ones that we've showed you, which ones would be your picks of all of these? That's what we want to know. These are the ones that we would pick, and we are lighting fires now. So, folks, as always, it's been me, TC, here with Smoky Mountain Knife Works, smkw.com, along with Greg and Isaac, and this has been our complete Christmas EDC. We thank you guys so much, and remember, if it cuts, you carry it.